Oh boy, do we have some drama in the YouTube finance community, ladies and gentlemen. And you know I'm on vacation right now, but I had to make a video on this and cover my thoughts on what's going on right now. Again, there's a lot of drama between Jeremy from Financial Education and Mr. Paul from Everything Money. So we got to break down what is going on and kind of my 2 cents. And at this point, you guys probably know what's going on, right? Paul from Everything Money has been bashing Jeremy, and a lot of YouTubers, quite honestly, have been bashing Jeremy because a lot of his stocks, let's just be completely friggin' honest, they've been destroyed. I mean, Tattooed Chef, Planet 13, Corsair Gaming, what's the other one? Just went bankrupt. Voyager, right? Voyager literally just went bankrupt. So Jeremy, he has been getting thrashed in this bear market, which makes sense. You know, the Fed raising rates, tapering, the recession, inflation, the stocks that he owned, you know, that basket of stocks, high growth, mostly unprofitable, hey, they're not doing good in this environment, whereas Paul's stocks from Everything Money, he claims he's up on the year. I have no freaking idea, but that's just what he's saying. His stocks and his approach, he's more of a value investor. He's not going to go after the unprofitable, high-growth company that could 10x in 5-10 years. He's going to go after companies that have very low P ratios, they're cash flow positive, you know, their profits are growing and they're fantastic. You know, what am I trying to say here? He goes after profitable companies, right? And he's trying to pay 50 cents on the dollar. So we have two approaches here, two completely opposite approaches, right? Investing in high growth, unprofitable, that could 5-10x in a couple of years. And then we have Paul's approach, which is value investing in companies that probably won't go bankrupt, but you're not going to make a 5-10x return on these, right? And you're going to collect some dividends with Paul's strategy and so forth. So right now, there is a challenge, and I don't know the entire details of the challenge. I'm not going to tell you guys the challenge here. You guys probably saw the video, but they're trying, I think it's who can get to $1 million first or something like that. I don't know, but they're going to do a challenge where every year they're going to compare their strategies and their stocks and see who outperformed. Every 3 years, they're going to see who outperformed, 5 years, and then 10 years. And let's be honest. I mean, in 10 years, is there still going to be YouTube finance? I sure hope so. I mean, I'd still be down to make videos in 10 years from now, but let's be honest, a lot of things could change. And I think Jeremy was saying in his video that same thing. I kind of agree with that. You know, 10 years for a YouTube challenge might be a little bit intense and maybe a little bit too extreme, but it's long-term investing. At the end of the day, 10 years is a good timeline for long-term investing. So that's what they're going to do, right? They're going to do this challenge, and I want to ask you guys, who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be Paul from Everything Money, or is it going to be Jeremy from Financial Education? So let me give you guys my 2 cents on this. Right now, Paul is for sure kicking Jeremy's you-know-what because of the environment that we're in, right? Inflation, recession, rates going up. I mean, it's obvious. You know, the stocks Jeremy has, they're getting killed. Paul's stocks are holding up pretty well. And that might be the case here for the next year, couple of months, 2 years if things really continue in the direction that they are in. But the second we get that U-turn from the Fed, because that's going to happen at some point. Who knows when it's going to happen? And by U-turn, I mean the second we get the Fed to maybe start cutting rates, maybe slow down, maybe stop the tapering. Once we see inflation starting to come down, maybe the economy gets stronger, and then he starts, Powell or whoever the Fed chairman is, or the Fed in general, once they start, cutting rates again, maybe Jeremy has a case at that point to beat Paul's you-know-what. So it's kind of up in the air, right? It all depends on the macro at the end of the day. I mean, if we have a sustained period of a massive bear market in the United States for 3 years, couple years, 5 years, some people think the U.S. is going to underperform for the next 10 years. In that case, Jeremy's probably going to lose, let's be honest. But if we get this recession over with, let's get it over with, a year or 2 years down the road, we get the rate cuts again, And let's say the companies Jeremy picks, what are they? Tesla, Tattooed Chef, the stocks he owns. Let's say they start ripping during that environment of rate cuts, and the economy coming back strong and getting back to usual, back into the booming times. Maybe he outperforms. So at this point, I personally have no idea who's going to do well or who's going to win. But I have a feeling in the short term, Paul is going to win versus Jeremy. That's just my opinion. Probably in the next couple of months, in the next year. But 5 years down the line, I'm not so sure. I mean, I'm not going to bank my money on Paul 5 years down the line, because if these markets rip back in a major way, Jeremy stocks, I mean, these stocks might start going 2x, 3x just because of the change in the environment that we're in, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And I love some drama, guys. I mean, maybe I don't love drama because, I'm not a drama channel. We don't make videos about other people, bashing them, or sometimes I make videos giving my 2 cents, but I don't think that's bashing. That's just me giving my perspective. But it's fun seeing stuff like this. It spices things up, makes for great content. Hence why I'm right here making this content. And it's going to be interesting. And I'm going to love to watch and see two of the biggest finance YouTube channels go after it, or go at it rather. And because we all know I don't want to say there's hate and animosity there completely, but they're kind of like bumping heads a little bit. They're like, okay, your strategy sucks. It's so we'll see. I'm not going to say personally that I hate Jeremy or I hate Paul. I actually watch both of their channels, and I think, and I use their approaches in my investing as well. I personally, I'm not a sole growth investor looking at unprofitable companies that could 10x like Jeremy. That's not solely what I do. And Paul, he's a value guy. Like I said, I like value, but that's not solely what I do either. It's kind of like a blended approach. That's what I personally do. So with that being said, we're about 7 minutes in. Let's wrap this video up. Again, I'm on vacation here. It's Miami, guys. It's beautiful out here. I just actually got what car was it? A Ford Mustang convertible. I mean, this car is freaking sick. I'm going to be driving this for the next 2 days. It's going to be fun. If you guys have any recommendations, by the way, for Miami must-see places, please drop me a comment down below. And if you all found value in this video, hit that like button and let me know your thoughts, on Jeremy, Paul down below. Get your 10 stocks from Moomoo as well. It's free money, guys. If you want 10 free stocks, each that could be valued all the way up to $2,500. Go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo or go down below and deposit at least $100 and you get that money, free stocks. And you could also get 6 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. You could also join my Patreon. All that good stuff is linked down below. And with that being said, cheers. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to get back to the vacation. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.